Welcome to the Daily Energize podcast, your quick dose of clarity, quick tips, and the spark you need to shine bright. Here's your host, Spencer Jones.
Hey Energizers, welcome to this episode of the Daily Energize, the show that's here to give you a jolt of energy and quick tip to help you live your life to the max, as you heard from our amazing voiceover energizer artist, Paul. Paul, if you are listening to this, thank you so much. I appreciate you and your friendship and can't wait to go out fishing with you one of these days, man. Love you. And everybody listening to this, I love you. And I love you just the way you are. You don't have to do anything, change anything, or prove anything to anyone, not me, not anyone, and know that I love you just the way you are. But even more importantly than me loving you the way you are, I hope you love you the way you are. And for me personally, I have not always loved me the way I am. I thought, well, I need to get better at this. And it wasn't like a conscious thing. I wasn't consciously thinking, well, I'll love myself when I do this, when I lose 20 pounds, when I'm able to get this kind of income. It was nothing like that. I wasn't thinking it out loud. No, maybe you are that way or have thought that way. That's cool. That wasn't the case for me. For me, I just wasn't satisfied. I wasn't happy with me for anything. No matter what I achieved, what I did, it took me years to finally come to the realization, to come to the point when I could love me for me wholly, truly, authentically. I could look myself in the mirror, right in the eyes, and say, I love you. But that took some time. And if you're not there yet, that's okay. If you're on that journey, beautiful. If you are there, awesome. But you got this, and I hope you truly love you for you. Well, that was a fun little side tangent. That was not at all what the focus of today's episode is, but I felt called to say, I don't know, it flowed. So I'm assuming that I needed to share it, and I'm grateful I did. So in any case, today's episode is actually about rest and what rest means to you. No, I'm not talking about how you rest. And we can do episodes on how you rest for sure, because we want to make sure it aligns with you and serves you, because maybe how I rest aligns with you, maybe it doesn't, and that's okay. So that's a whole other topic. So we're not talking about how you rest, but what rest means to you. What does rest mean to you? For some, rest feels unsafe, or they don't feel like they deserve rest. They need to accomplish all these other things, and then they can rest. They deserved it. They have to earn rest. For me, and what I try to share with our energizers is you don't need to earn rest whatsoever. You are able to rest. You can recharge. You can fill your cup. You don't need to earn any of it. But that's my belief. And you are entitled to your belief. But first we need to figure out what your belief is currently. What does rest mean to you in this moment? So I invite you to explore and ask yourself questions like, do I rest to recover? Or do I avoid rest because I'm afraid of what I'll feel? What I've noticed is rest and the thought and idea and actual action of resting can reveal your relationship with worth. That's right. Rest reveals your relationship with worth. Because if I feel undeserving of rest, well, that means I don't feel I'm worthy of it. I need to earn it. That I'm not worthy of this, that, the other thing, because rest generally means we're not doing much of anything. Now, there can be there's types of rest that, okay, you're pouring into your cup doing things, but sometimes just resting, it means being quiet. And I'll tell you, I've talked to enough energizers that quiet is a scary thing for a lot of people. And you know what? It was scary for me. Some people get charged up on quiet. I do. I was chatting with somebody just the other day, and we were talking about rest and quiet, and they're like, oh, quiet for them helps them reset. And I'm like, that's awesome. I'm so glad that that works for you. It doesn't for me. It doesn't at first, because when things get quiet, my mind goes in overdrive. It starts thinking of all the things, and it almost freaks out over quiet, at least at this point in time, because it's scary to have quiet. But over the years, I've learned that it's okay, that it's safe, that it does help me reconnect, but it doesn't happen instantaneously. As soon as there's quiet, peace, there's no sound, nothing, or I'm just outside, maybe there's crickets, my mind will start wondering. If I don't want it to wonder, I just want quiet. My mind will almost go into overdrive, start thinking, what about dinner? What about this over here? Don't you have to do this? What about talking to this person? And it'll fill all that space. But then so it ramps up, and then I pause, I take a deep breath, exhale, and I remind myself, it's okay. Quiet is okay. Let's be here. Let's be in the present moment. And over the years, I've gotten a ton better with that. But for me, silence is a little scary at times, or it was. Not anymore. But I still need to get to the point where it's almost instantaneously recharging. And wherever you are on that spectrum, beautiful. But start to understand. I invite you to look at and reflect on your relationship to rest. Not necessarily how you rest, although look at that as well. But what does rest mean to you? So give that some thought. Have a beautiful day. Have a beautiful, all day. I'll see you tomorrow on the next episode of the Daily Energize. So keep being you, keep shining bright. Until then, I'll catch you later.